Check, 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 check. Yeah. We're back. Ooh, starting off. Check, 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 check. Starting off with a good week here. I feel it. Yeah. We're back. Ooh, starting off. Starting off with a good week here. I feel it. Where's that playing out of? We're back. Starting off. Starting off with a good week here. I feel it. Where's that playing out of? I hear an echo. Is it playing out of this? Check, 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 check. I hear an echo. Yeah, where the fuck's that coming from? Is it playing out of this? Where's the looping? Oh, I know where it is. Jesus. Tripping Discord. Alright, there we go. Yeah, fuck. That was confusing the fuck out of me. I had Discord playing it. mm. Hunter's the alpha of alphas. Hey, thanks, man. You're gonna need a fucking army to knock me down. Oh, boys. I'm gonna make a video right after this. What the fuck to do with your stimulus check? Who wants that one? I'm gonna pump that out real quick. What the fuck do I spend my stimulus check on? You know what you spend it on? Crypto. The cryptocurrency. Felipe, good to see you, buddy. Jack, Evan. Yeah, there's an echo. Yeah. It was coming out of Discord. I accidentally pushed the play button in Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, just join it, you know. Just join it. It's free. You got some smarter people in that Discord than in paid Discords, you know? Let's be real. Some of these boys are better trader than paid Discords. I wonder, I don't normally do Sunday streams, do I? Anonymous. All right, guys. Oh. Good to see you boys again. This time I'm sober. So good. Look at that autofocus. It's like fucking with it. Stop it. All right. Anyways, guys, let's dim the track, eh? A little dimmer here. By the way, look at this. This thing's so cool. A little dimmer switch for all my different volumes and such. So cool. All right. Jack should do a review of Mike Oxmel course. He's a smaller YouTuber. I mean, the problem with reviewing smaller courses and stuff is like not many people have even had exposure to it, right? So I'm not doing a favor for many people, right? So I'm gonna do one for ICT. I'm gonna review ICT, and I already know my opinion of ICT, but I'll do like an in-depth analysis. Right, here's some charts. Imagine drunk trading. I was last week. I was drunk. A lot of people were like, "This is so unprofessional." You know what? That's okay. I'm trying different things, boys, and I'm just trying to make some entertaining content. Really, right? That's all it is. I want to mix entertainment with actual education. Right? I'm not here to cater you guys. I'm trying to make something funny, and some people don't like it. But we're gonna try it again. We'll see how it goes. Oh. Oh, he's a smaller YouTuber. Dude, you got me. Jack, man. Jack, I should make you a mod, eh? Jack, I'll make you a mod. There, Jack's a mod. That's how you get mod status. You just make me laugh. All right. Okay, sweet. Let's pull up this so I can see what you guys see. Perfect. Should I make my screen a little? What I realized from that tits and pips thing is like the camera should be like a little bit bigger because then people could see more of her boobies, right? Okay. Did you see the Raphael house tour like you wanted? Yeah, I did. And guess what? His house is not nearly what I would expect a 20 millionaire, right? If if I was making like 300K a week, I would have a much better house than that, right? That's my opinion. I think that house is not worth very much. But you know what? It's a nice house, but it's not what, you know what I mean? Anyways, but I did see that. He's got some cool stuff. That's for sure. And he lives with some roommates. I wouldn't be living with roommates either, but anyways, enough about that. We're here for the actual trading and market open here right now. It is 4 now, so let me just check the euro here real quick. Like, I don't normally trade the market open, so this might be a little bit weird for me, but I'll look for some setups. Normally I skip kind of the first session here, but I think we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna learn it at least. So let's just take a peeky poo. Now, what was I drawing out here? Got some lows here. Weekly, quite bearish on the week. Daily. So daily, guys, just a couple levels, right? We have this one here, right? Oh God, why is that not drawn out? Look at it. Am I freaking downs here or what? Can I not click that? Why can I not click this? What the fuck? What the hell is going on here? Okay, Jesus. Wow, that took me a lot. Maybe I am drunk. Yeah, look at that. Jack's new mod here. What do you think about the fraud Daniel Savage? I'm not gonna say he's a fraud or anything like that, guys. Yeah. Like I don't want to like say shit like that. I just personally I don't like his personality. That's all. That's just me. And you know, I know maybe there's a good chance he doesn't like my personality. It's perfectly fair. I don't like his personality. I can review his stuff later though. He seems like he at least knows somewhat what he's doing. Like, but I haven't watched his shit. So, yeah. So let's just look. We got some levels here. I'd be interested in. Lower side here, we have some lows should be hunted, and higher side here, we have some highs that need to be hunted there. Right. So we have two different directions here. Those would be our targets in either direction. Right. So let me just pull this guy out so we can see where it is. And let's pull this one out so we can see where that is, right? So these will be our two targets on either direction, depending on what happens here. Usually on the open, it comes back to fill the gap here. So we might actually look for some downside after filling that gap. And so higher time frame here, jump onto the daily. We're still quite bearish in my opinion. We're breaking back down. There's yesterday, no reason to be bullish off of that. 4 hour. 4 hour. Oh, this one's a little bit glitchy. Hey, look at this. 4 hour. We're getting great hunt of these lows, eh? You dumb. He's not a fraud. Go to his zooms. Everything shown. Wins, losses. Yeah, there you go. Like, that's why I don't want to say anything about him being a fraud or anything like that. Like, you know, people can call out like different names for people, right? And even if he loses sometimes, right? That's perfectly fair. Most people should, most traders should be losing sometimes, right? You should have bad weeks. But yeah, so yeah, that's why we say let's not call him a fraud, right? I just don't like how flashy he is. That's all. That's just my opinion. I don't like flashiness. Right. So yeah, again, lower time frame here, some more levels. So I'm just drawing out the levels for the weeks here, guys. Right? For the week, we have a double top right here as well. Right? So I'd like to hit this. Right? So we got some levels. Right? So 4 hour, we've nicely swept that. So it looks like we could get some bullish action here. Okay. We'll go down to the 1 hour here. Okay. So, as of now, right? My opinion here. Thank you. Everyone's not perfect. Yeah, exactly, dude. I get tons of hate and everything for fucking up all the time. So I perfectly understand, right? Everyone's like so quick to judge. Right? And it's perfectly fine. So, shoot, did we miss one here? No. Right, so this is the open here. This is the Asia open here. Right, perfect. Okay. Just kind of gathering my bearings here for the week, guys, and making sure that I'm understanding the market. And then we're going to look at crypto as well. So we drew out some levels. You guys should also note these levels, right? Boom, 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 boom. Right, so upside looks very strong here. If we could get a long entry, my first target was going to be right here, right? Because we do want to fill that gap, right? Usually the gaps get filled quite quickly. And then we have some highs here, and we have some highs here. So if we can get a long, I would be perfectly fine taking a lower leveraged long, right? Like a lower risk long here today. I'm okay with that. Based off of strictly hunting these lows with the 4 hour, right? Strictly that. And then look at this. Hidden demand. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Touching the hidden demand perfectly. So I'm perfectly happy longing this right now. If we can get an entry. Right now, if it just staircases up, then I won't take an entry. And aside from that, I'm also willing to take a short if we short up here or here. Those are my only criteria. So if we can get a long down here somewhere, I'm good. Or for short or short somewhere. Those are the options. Yeah, the gaps. Like personally, I don't trade the opens, so I don't have a whole lot of experience with gaps. But usually they act as kind of a magnet because there's a big move here that we want to refill those orders right before going down. What's up, Turbs? Right, guys. So we're just gonna keep an eye on that one. Might be a little bit slower on Sundays. Check them out. Okay. So what I want to show you guys, crypto week has just closed, right? So this is what I want to show you guys. Got some tea left? All right. Let's throw on the stream beats here. 1 second. 1 second. Where's the stream beats? I just want to put on the stream beats, eh? There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. N-Cage, oh buddy! Dude, you're back! Yeah, I miss you too, man. So this is what I was saying. So everyone's kind of thinking, you know, a lot of crypto traders, they kind of drew out this stupid fucking triangle wedge thing, right? And it does make sense. We also have people saying, okay, we have an RSI divergence or something right here, right? This is obvious RSI divergence. You don't need to look at it. I can just tell you right now, this is diverging, right? And people are expecting this to come down. What I'm thinking is a lot of people are trying to get short here. I think we're going to get one more quick push before we actually do come down for like a multi-month retracement. I'm not saying a bear market. I'm saying it's a multi-month retracement. Not like these ones where it took us like less than a month to get back out of it. I'm thinking we're going to come out. We're going to get one more pump, stop out some people who think that we're dying down now, right? And then we're going to die down for a bit, make people think it's the bear market. And then as we come into June, then we can start rallying off again, right? I'm thinking April, May is all going to be down. This is my prediction, right? All right. Do I trade in USD or Canadian dollar for personal? I do both. Yeah. Yeah, I do both USD and Canadian dollar. Depends on my account. I have multiple accounts. This is I track different things in different ways. It's kind of hard for me to track everything, right? All my trading is done with many accounts, right? So it's you know, kind of difficult to know. So what we're seeing here, I just wanted to point out to you guys is, I believe, when does the weekly close? Okay, I'm one hour ahead. I thought it closed 10 minutes ago. So assuming that this doesn't just fucking plummet, we have a really good weekly close after we've actually broken out from that high, right? So we've actually broken out. This was not a sweep, and then we've closed bullishly, assuming we don't actually completely dump off here. We're also seeing some sweeps on the daily coming back up, right? It does look like, and you know, this bearishness is just actually going down, right? So I mean, if you're one of these triangle drawers, right, then you can draw it like this, and most likely we're going to actually break up for one more, right? And this daily is also going to close quite bullishly in another 45 minutes, right? So we're keeping an eye on that. The 4 hour, not so much, but it depends on what happens right here. If we close back down here, that's going to look like shit. But we got 45 minutes, so most likely it's going to close right here. Doesn't do that much work that quickly. NCage, sorry man, so much been happening, but I've watched the VODs, YouTube videos, love the stuff. Miss y'all, team tits and pips. Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, I'm glad you're back, right? Keep up the work, man. You know, sometimes people are busy and whatnot, right? So, it would have made more sense for us to actually come back and retest this. What actually does make a lot of sense, guys, is because all of this shit is untested here. This is literally what I've drawn out, is it not? Just with my squiggle, right? This is all still untested. So if we actually do come up here and go for another breakout, what we can then do, we go for the breakout, it'll make people think that we're going to bull market, crash them down, then they're going to think, okay, we're in a bear market, but the reality is we're just retesting these daily supports, right? And then we're going to bounce off of that. And this is going to take a month or two, for sure, right? So this looks like perfect sense to me, right? We could also come all the way back down to 40K here, right? And retest this one, right? For how much of a drop would that be? Yeah, like a 60%, like a 50-60% drop would actually make sense. So this would actually make a lot of sense here. We could come all the way back down here. That would make sense too. I'd be happy with that. And then we could jump back into. So when this breaks out, I'm taking profits. That's my opinion. I'm taking some off the table because I know that it's going to come back down at some point. It's not just going to shoot up. Not when it starts to slow this momentum, right? Okay, I gotta call you back. I'm just on stream. Yeah, I'll talk to you in like an hour, okay? Yeah, you can still go. It's not gonna rain. Okay, bye. Fucking phone calls, man. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Guys, all right, let's take a quick peek back at Euro USD. Right, so I thought we had missed some shit here, right? But it's still like it's still pretty much flat here. What's going on here? Is it not moving or what? Oh, there's just like no trading on the open. No wonder I don't trade on the opens here, guys. Okay, sorry about that call. Kind of distracted me. We're going snowboarding like fresh in the morning. Do you use any other strategy now, but the one you posted the video about? No, she can't go. She's grounded. Yeah, she's like it's gonna rain tomorrow. Like, who cares? It's probably gonna snow up top of the hill, but even if it rains, like, it will still have a good time. Who cares, man? So I have a bunch of different strategies, guys. I'm really trying to focus on the one, and I've improved that one to a level where I'm gonna be trading it more like with a normal risk this week, because I've had the past 3 weeks. So when I talked like the past 3 weeks, every week on my personal trading has been over 5R in terms of like the risk percentage, right? But I've lowered the risk, so what I actually made was much less than 5R, right? Because I lowered how much I was risking, but the risk reward was over 5R like the past 3 weeks, because it'd be like this, but I just use like half risk or like quarter risk or something. But so I'm actually gonna start risking normal amount. Can you go away, please? So I'm quite excited about that one. So, but I have a few different strategies for sure, and I might teach them to you guys at some point, maybe. All right, so let's look at this again. Yeah. So what do we want to look at here? What else, guys? If I provide any value for you guys, like freaking this crypto prediction here, I think this is really wise here. We just gotta watch the close here, and we'll watch the close here together just to make sure. I think this is really smart way to go. If I provide any value, just hit the like button, guys. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We do crypto and Forex. So we're really popping off here. I'm gonna talk about RSR. RSR is hitting new highs again, right? Breaking these highs, but hopefully we actually close somewhat bullishly on the Bitcoin level there. And if not, then we'll have to wait for a pullback, and we'll look for a really good entry on the RSR. I wanted to get along on the Bitcoin level right around here. Right. If we can come back there, we might get along on the Bitcoin level, or back down here, right? Oh, around 100 sat. Somewhere around there. But anyways, but the USD, we're sitting beautifully here. Absolutely beautifully. It just keeps going up, breaking new highs. And this is absolutely what I love about RSR. It just does. It's just ignoring the market, right? Market's just staying flat. RSR keeps going up, right? What do we want to look at here, boys? You guys are a little bit quiet here today. For how many of you are actually on this stream? You guys are a bit quiet, aren't you? Look at the cat there. Can you see his head? There he goes. If you guys have any charts, also make sure you send them in. We can look at charts here. Send me the X code. I think we'll stream for about an hour here today, right? Until the close, the weekly close. Right. Jamie plays. Let's look at this chart. Yeah, let's look at the pound too. Right. Yeah, we'll look at all these charts here. Sweet. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we got to look at something. And considering I'm basically only trading like Euro USD, like I need you guys to freaking tell me what you want to look at. Because I can still tell you what's going to work. Right. Right, yeah. So you're seeing, yeah, daily levels here. Nice liquidity. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. I get you. This is all future stuff, isn't it? Like, we wouldn't want to care about this. But you can totally see how... Yeah, you got some good levels here, man. This is all beautiful logic. We do need to come back down here. But this week, right? This week, early week, there's a good chance we just come up here, right? And we might just blast off really strong. Really strong in the first day or two of the week. And then come back down, right? Because look at these levels, remember? Look at these levels I drew out. All the way up here. So we might just blast up here for how many pips or so. Like, I don't know if you guys use pips or whatever, but for like a good 100 pips, right? Come up here, fill this gap, right? Fill that gap there, and then back down. Because we are in a very strong bearish trend, right? On the daily here. So we just want to come back and we want to continue that trend safely, right? How do I feel about Link? Yeah. Real Tev. You're an amazing trader. Hey, thanks, dude. Let's do a trade. I mean, we're waiting for trades here, dude. If I see a setup that I want to take, I'll tell you. But I would say most of the time when I stream, I don't trade. But now that we're doing Asia Opens, I would say it's somewhat likely for me to take a trade now, somewhat. Because I think I take Asia trades maybe. I consider I don't stream for the whole Asia Open. I probably take an Asian trade every maybe 2 times a week. So 2-3 times a week. Asia Open trade, but I don't trade for the whole time. So I mean, if you guys watch it every week, like, you should get like one trade a week maybe. I mean, it's not quite enough to really like do much, but Hunter, can you explain why there's a gap in their Euro USD right here? So this gap, it's just because the market was closed, right? So when the market reopened, it opened at a lower price. Right? So the first order made was not where the last order was made, right? So the last order was made down here or up here when the weekend closed, and then when the week opened, the first order made was down here, right? So that's why there's a gap. So usually it comes back up, it touches everyone's orders, and then what is the reason for the gap? Any special news? No, there's a gap usually most weeks, I believe. So actually, just so you guys know, you guys can backtest this if you want. I'm pretty sure if there's a gap going into Euro USD, go ahead and backtest this. If there's a gap, what you should do is you could literally just place a trade in a 1-to-1, and I believe it's a 70% win rate. Just so you guys know. I believe so. This is not a strategy I use because it's so fucking shit, right? It's such a shit strategy. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna make. So basically, what this is, you know, let's say there's a gap, you know, every week, for example. Every week you get one trade, and there's a 70% chance to get 1R, and there's a 30% chance to get 1R. So that means you get 0.4R on average, right? Per week, right? It's so shitty. And then you gotta watch it, but like usually there might not be a gap, right? Maybe 50% of the time. So you gotta like watch the open. Just so you guys know. Yeah, gaps always tend to close. All right, let's look at GJ. Somebody want to look at GJ? All right, so here's a gap too. I don't know about other pairs. I think Euro USD is the only one I looked at for that. So yeah, so we swept the tops here. Somebody was talking about the shorts here, right? So I thought we might come back up here before coming down, or we would sweep here and then come back up. But it looks fine. We hunted that low. Let's delete old ideas. Hunted that low. It didn't come back with enough momentum. It almost broke out, right? You can see it actually created a couple lows here, right? hunted those lows, and then came back up. But we actually created equal lows again here, so it was obviously needed to hunt those equal lows. If you make equal highs and equal lows, most likely it's going to follow the trend, right? So that's why we can kind of think Euro USD, most likely it's going to follow the trend, equal lows down here. But we just got to come back up and hunt a couple things, right? GJ, once again. So we've really closed strong on the downside here now. Higher time frame, really, there's nothing fucking obvious here. You're looking way back down here, right? Providing value for you guys. We actually got 100 people sitting in here, right? Perfect, on open. That's decent. Providing value for you guys. Hit the like button, eh? Yeah, this consolidation area, that'd be a pretty good area to get back down to. See if there's any lows to be hunted. I mean, nothing obvious, honestly. Nothing really standing out. So this is just going to continue down. We had a nice, beautiful hunt there. All right. So yeah, check out the weekly here. Makes sense. Okay. We do need to retrace back down. It is a very strong move upside, so probably come back down here. Continuation to the downside, of course. Respect from Greece. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Zip code. What do you think about 2% risk per trade on a $1,000 account? Perfectly fair. Yeah. Risk $20. I think you're going to be spending. Am I on Adderall? No. I mean, I've done it, but I'm not currently on it. I prefer Dex. Adderall's a little bit too stimmy for me. Yeah, if 2% risk on a $1,000 account, you're gonna be risking $20 per trade. I would think you'd be usually like 0.1 to 0.3 lots per trade, or 0.01 to 0.03. What do you do when you're going through the pairs and you see no setups? Don't take any trades. Simple as that, dude. I'm basically only trading Euro USD right now. There's enough trades on Euro USD that I don't actually need to trade anything else, because I'm getting about 10 trades a week, right? So that's enough for me. So I'd much rather just focus on the one pair and really master it, get better and better, right? Sometimes I'll look at the other ones though. I like Aussie. Somebody wanted to look at AU. Somebody wanted to look at GU before. Let's look at GU2 first. GU, yeah, reject off that level. Probably going to follow GJ. Back down to here. That was where we launched off from. This is somewhat equal highs, so I'd be looking for a hunt of that level, I think. Is it? Somewhere? No. Okay, up here. So we maybe want to go higher. Hunt those highs. I think we're going to come up higher after we retest this zone. So you from Europe, it's time to sleep. Tomorrow in the morning, on a session. Good night. Hey, good night, man. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, we see that. We see higher, low, 1 hour time frame here. We see a bunch of highs here. This is very obvious, right? This is very obvious. Like they're so close, both of these, right? All right. This is obviously liquidity, right? We want to come back up. So all we're looking for is come back down here, quick snag of that blue, and then we'll come back up. I believe, because most likely it's continuing down more. Same sort of thing with GJ. Let's look at AU. Quickly check Euro. Yeah, it's going super slow here, guys. I didn't even realize how fucking slow this shit is it? Do I trade US 30? No, never. I don't trade any equities or stocks. I think I have like $500 in like some weed stocks or something like that, but Just leave it forever. How can you show the gaps in TradingView? Use FXCM. If you're using Oanda, it won't have gaps. Australian dollar is coming down. This is very obvious. Extremely fucking obvious. Like, just because this has an explosive move, it's actually more bait. Look at this. Double top, hunted. Easy. Came back down with enough momentum. Let's jump to the daily. Look at how the daily fucking closed, right? So obvious. This is coming back down here. Isn't that, like, when I explain it, like, so simply, you guys are like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. This is coming down here. It's dead fucking serious here, right? So this was a hunt here there's a hunt of those lows, right? Before the move, hunt those lows. Now we're coming back down here. So easy. Higher time frame. Higher time frame, we still want to get up there, but really wicking hard on that weekly, isn't it? Let me get rid of these stupid guys. Yeah, hunt those lows. Might even go lower, but that's too far into the future for us to understand. Reality is we're coming down here, right? I believe so. Hunt those lows. What strategy do you use? Smart money concepts? I just use logic, dude. I use logic of how banks act. How do banks take advantage of retail traders? Just use logic. That's all. What happened to the cat? Oh, he just ran away. I don't know. He was sitting on my lap. Well, will you guys trade for me as I sleep a UK 5-hour, please? Yeah, thanks, Ben. Right. Like, you think it's going to buy, but you just sell? Let's say let's say you weren't very profitable trader and you did the opposite of what you want to do. Makes sense. It doesn't work either, dude. Because market timing is what's more important than actually being right and wrong, right? So like I can literally, you know, how I'm on stream all the time and I tell you guys what's going to happen and I'm literally right, you know, 80-90% of the time. I don't have an 80-90% win rate, right? Because market timing is what's more important than what direction it's going, to where it's going, right? You have to time it perfectly. So just because you do the opposite of what you think still doesn't mean that you've timed the opposite direction properly, right? Your trade literally needs to be the right direction and the right timing, right? And let's say that there's like, you know, every like 10 minutes or something, you have a minute. So 10% of the time you're able to enter, right? It's going to be pretty unlikely. So that's what you're betting on. So if you just do the opposite, you're still probably not going to be right with the timing. Can you explain why traders don't share their personal strategies? If a strategy was released for a lot of traders, would it somehow eventually get countered? What's your reason for that? Yeah, exactly. So the Forex market is like 99% banks trading, right? So if I figured out how banks are taking advantage of you, like I can give you guys tips and stuff so you can figure out your own methods, but if I give you guys exactly what I'm doing, then like at least to the public, like I can tell a couple of people, right? If the public completely knows and it blows up, then the banks are just going to be like, okay, they're not making the same money they used to off you guys, right? This is my opinion. So I mean, I might be wrong. And it could just make no effect. But am I going to risk that just so that like I can help you guys more? I don't know, right? I can tell you guys some things. That's perfectly fine. And I can tell you strategies I don't use anymore. That's perfectly fine too, right? But it's just a worry, right? Like I don't want to give away shit that I know works, right? even if it, you know, it doesn't work all the time, usually like over a long period of time it'll work. So I don't want to give away everything, right? That's my logic, right? What's your bias on EU? Well, I think we kind of mentioned. I think it's going to come fill this guy, right? We might get a hunt of this one, and so I'm going to be looking for shorts along there. I think generally the bias, the trend is down, right? So my bias is down, but I think what we're going to be looking for is somewhere early week. Somewhere early week, we're going to come up here and then rock it down. That's my bias. But I don't know when that's going to happen. So it's better for me to take a short. The only reason I'm willing to take a long is because I want to fill this gap. It's much smarter for me to take a short right now because the trend is so far down. Hey, what's up? S-Man Tunes, yeah. Exactly, time is most important. Exactly, yeah. Cheers, man. Provide any value for you guys, just hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. I do Forex and crypto. Ask any questions you like. I do this full time. Good to see a fellow pro trader giving good advice. Yeah, there you go. The opposite trader. Hey, appreciate it, dude. The real was it one of those things? Real recognizes real, right? It's so funny, like the people who actually know how to trade, they understand to a deeper level of what I talk about, right? When I talk about like the different levels and such, like there's a little bit like nuances that like not if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you won't understand, if that makes sense. Man, I miss you. Oh, when do you normally stream now? Usually the Asia opens now, dude. Usually Asia opens because it's a decent time for me actually. It's like 4 p.m. What's my dream car? I already own it. It's the top. It's green Jag F type. Peanut butter seats. This is my car. I already own my dream car. I got like peanut butter seats like that. They're a little bit darker than that. And then the dark green on the outside. Jag. It's my dream car. I already own it. What the fuck is this shit? This is here. So peanut butter seats. F type. Yeah, this one. This one, yeah. That's the one I wanted for a long time, so. And I got it exactly how I wanted. Brown seats, green outside. Easy. Like nature, dude. Like a tree. Is Bitcoin crashing? I doubt it. We gotta wait. We gotta hold out 30 minutes and we're good, right? Bitcoin's not crashing. You fucked. You fucked, homie. Mind looking at the Nasdaq? I don't really know how to give you advice on the Nasdaq, dude. I don't trade it, so I don't want to like overstep what I know. The Mazda. Oh yeah, I still got the Mazda. I gotta give it to my sister though. I got that Jeep too. I'm gonna buy another Jeep also. But I'm gonna get a blue Jeep also. The Jeep's got some problems, so I think I'm just gonna get a new one. You looking to buy a new car anytime soon? I literally last week I just bought a red Jeep. I'm gonna buy another one this week, I think. Another Jeep Wrangler. And then I have a Mazda too. What altcoins am I holding? Most of them on here, yeah. And some other ones. I'm holding a lot of them, yeah. I'm gonna do a video on a stimulus check after the stream. The Jeep was cool. Yeah. See, the problem is like it's the frame's all fucked or something. So like it's not. I don't like it. It's not safe. So I'm gonna get a different one. Yeah, it's perfect for adventures. Yeah, I'll get another one that's like basically the same. Off-roading car, yeah. What altcoins are you holding for this upcoming run? Yeah. Yeah, my big one. Somebody asked about Link earlier. So Link is an absolute perfect investment right now. And I think another one I just added actually is Ave. I just added this one because this one had a nice little dip here. All right, retested that, came back up. We're good. We're good to go. It's good to go. Stops would obviously be here, right? I mean, you're gonna lose 30% of your fucking investment, but this would be obviously where you put your stop, right? I mean, there's a little bit of liquidity, so I wouldn't put a hard stop. I would just loosely take it off if we start closing back down here, right? No hard stops on this guy. Ave. Ave is a good project. I only buy projects that are good, fundamentally, right? Nice dip on Bitcoin here. Retesting back down here. Most likely is going to go for another rally, and we'll kind of sell it off. So somewhere around here, hopefully. Right? We might lose 50%. We might lose 50% of our investment, but I think it will come back up, and we'll triple our investment. So it's a good 2 to 3 risk. Right? My motorbikes, yeah, I've had a couple. I'm gonna buy another one this year. I get a R6 motorcycle, something like this. I get the R6. This one's my favorite. Okay, Google, stop. Give me 1 sec. I just gotta message somebody to make sure that we're okay. Good. Sweet. Make sure somebody was safe. Okay, cool. Is it bad to trade on Sundays? Not necessarily. I would always take lower risk early week. Sunday, Monday, take some lower risk unless you're confident, right? So we're still kind of just watching this. It kind of dwindles down, right? We might, you know, what I'm thinking here. Let's jump this onto the 1 minute. What are we thinking here, boys? Hey, boys? A little bit of a 1 minute inefficiency right here. 1 minute inefficiency, right where I'm kind of drawing the X out, right? And couple lows, right? Looks good. Looks good. If we could get something that looks like this one, wick back up. A nice little hunt of these levels, right there. I'd be happy to long that up there. Would give us a trade that looks similar to, let's say we entered right around here. If it moved down there, it would look similar to this, right? Nice 3R trade. 3R is the goal. If I can get 3R in a day, that's all I want. Get out of the markets. 3R a day keeps the doctor away. Keeps the 9 to 5 away. You need to get a Toyota? Nah, dude. What kind of Toyota? Hey, Hunter, as a profitable trader like you, how often do you withdraw money on your accounts? Like once a month, quarterly? Serious question. You know, honestly, I just keep growing the account. I live mostly off of sales. Pretty much, yeah. And that was kind of the way I wanted to do it. You know, a lot of people might be mad about that, but that was basically the plan. I was making a good amount off of sales, and I just kept depositing it into my crypto and stuff, right? And I've just been trading so that I don't have to be stressed about making money each month. You guys need some sort of like side revenue so that you're not stressed about making money each month, right? So I've just been trading, investing my money, and then I only take money out of investments if I'm making a big purchase, something like that, right? If I'm pulling out like 10 grand or something like that, right, for a car, but yeah, some people might be upset about that. Like I budget myself so that I'm living basically just off of like the work income, if that makes sense, right? Running the business and such. I live off of that. And I live pretty well off of that, right? You guys can see, like, this is why I'm so fucking openly honest with you guys, right? You could see that like these a a lot of YouTubers and stuff, it's very easy to live off of, and you can live pretty well. Like I don't push super hard in like sales and everything, right? But some of these guys that do, they're making fucking shitloads, and I know how they can do it, right? It's just like they're big marketers, right? And marketing is huge in this industry, right? So you can actually live off of just strictly marketing, and I don't even think that I live very well compared to some of these better marketers, right? I live quite okay. I mean, I'm in a very expensive city, and I have a very expensive car, but that's it, right? And I order a lot of Uber Eats. What do I mean by inefficiency? Inefficiency right here, dude. So it just means that there was a quick dip here, and we didn't come back to retest it at all, right? So there's a lot of resting orders still here. That's what I mean by that. High impact USD news. Hey, thanks for telling me, dude. Let's just take a peek here. Forex Factory. Take a peek. This guy knows what he's talking about. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I would all appreciate a like and a subscribe as well. So we got high impact US at no. Nope, you're wrong, dude. I don't see any news coming up. I've seen so many traders with conflict of interest on YouTube whoever reads this, listen to me carefully. This guy knows what he's talking about. Yeah, opposite trader. I really appreciate it, dude. Yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah. A lot of people hate just because I'm honest, and then they can it's easy to pick apart somebody who's honest, right? Thoughts on Ducati? I wouldn't go for the brand. Ducati's just an expensive brand that I don't care for. Not sure if you saw this. A lot of volume. Not a lot of volume in Asia. How to handle that? I trade basic. I don't trade with volume at all. Volume doesn't matter to me because I'm not a fucking whale. Right. So I don't get slippage like a bank would. I trade purely based off of patterns and of candles, not candlestick shapes, but patterns of the candlesticks, right? And liquidity, hunting stops, things like that. I trade strictly based off of that. And I've created a strategy that uses only those, so I'm good to go. Right? I don't need to worry about volume. I don't need to worry about indicators. It's very easy for me to trade that way, right? Trade more robotically. Love naked bike MT15, yeah. I don't know what that bike is, dude. Love your account for being one of the very few no BS traders. My brother and I watch you from Trinidad. Hey, thanks, dude. Yeah, dude, you guys are really showing the love in this stream, man. That's great. I appreciate it, because you know it's a bit of a stress sometimes, right? Because there's a lot of toxicity in this industry, right? And you know I'm definitely I'm definitely known for causing a lot of toxicity. How the hell did Daniel Savage come out with his own broker? No, you don't need millions. I plan on doing it as well. But I'm gonna do it once the crypto boom is done, right? Like, you know what? I'll be kind of honest here. Like, I think I have quite a bit more money than Daniel. But I don't know for sure. I just don't spend it. That's all. And I know how much it is. So what he did is he didn't come up with a broker, right? He white labeled a brokerage, right? So he went to another broker. Here, let's see, CDG. CDG. Let me show you this. Is this it? Nope. CDG Forex. Yeah. You do something like this. Look. You go to something like this, and this is I'm bringing up CDG because this is exactly what my friend did, right? And my friend, I mean, I think he paid like 25K or something like that, right? It's quite cheap, and then you just pay them a monthly amount, and they take what you basically do is you get like a really good deal with them, and then you add a premium onto the fees, right? So they white label, right? So this is probably what Daniel did. I really doubt he came up with his own brokerage, because you need incredible legal team in order to do this. So there's no way. Like I want to do this at some point and then have my own rules, right? You create your own rules, and I got one of my buddies. He was telling me he's got a good idea. Like, why don't you make a broker that has restrictions for beginners, right? So like it has rules. Like he said, well, why don't you make a broker that stops you from trading after you have 2 losers in a day or something like this, right? So it's going to be really nice for beginner traders, right? And then you could have like micro accounts. Like the whole brokerage would be based around beginners, right? And that's an amazing idea. So I might do something like that. And so basically what you do is you create your own rules. You can just apply them on top of it. And then all they do is they take a cut, right? So I think what they were doing is they were taking like $5 per lot or something from my buddy. And then my buddy was charging like an extra like 5 or something per lot, right? So he was making money off that, right? That's all it is. It's just a white label. And then literally you put your name on top of it. So it's not called CDG anymore, right? Yeah, it's a fucking cool idea, ain't it? Yeah, that was who told me that? That was give credit where it's due, right? Where is it? He's in my freaking private group here. Rory J. Yeah, he's in the stream sometimes. Rory told me about that. I mean, it'll be a pretty good idea. Like, make it very catered to like beginners. And I got different ideas that I can add in there. So I'm not gonna give away all the ideas. So look at this. We're hunting those lows here, right? What do you mean by hunting? I mean like hitting people's stops. So yeah. So these are the lows that I wanted to hunt, right? So we'll see if we can get a long here if we can. Right? But I would have liked it to come back down lower, but I don't know. I heard conflict of interest. I've heard that from you a while ago. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict of interest in this space, dude. Is it good to focus on one pair? Hey guys, if you're new here, by the way, if you like the real talk, if you like the actual education, if you like jokes, hit the subscribe button, hit the like if you're already been here before. What city do I live? I live in Vancouver, right on the water there in Vancouver. I'm not gonna friggin' what's the word, like dox myself, but you know, you guys basically know where I live. I don't have shit to fucking hide, so. Can I ask, good to get on board with GSX? GSX is a motorcycle or what? Or is it a GSX? I hope you're talking about the motorcycle. Like it's a bike, isn't it? GSX? Gixxer? Yeah, Gixxer. That's the one. I mean, Gixxer's cool too. I'm not as much of a fan of it. It looks like kind of like a bug or something. I like the R6 way better. More sharp. Looks like a sharp one. What's your typical risk reward? I like to shoot 2 to 3R for a trade. Sometimes the slippage and stuff brings me down lower, right? But I would never take a trade that's 1R. GSX? It's gold? Oh. So okay. Because we were talking about the bike, so I assume you're talking about the Gixxer. My opinion on gold here. Yeah, getting a broker, guys, it's not a big deal. Like, you literally just white label something and then you use all their legal and all their backing. It's not a big deal. I mean, it takes a lot of work still. Like, it'll take months to set up, right? We hunted those. Looks like it continued to the downside. I mean, this could be an area, but we're hunting these lows, I think. I think we'll go down here. Higher time frame. Yep. So this is what we said. Bounce up. What do we say? Bounce up. Reject. Right? Rejecting right here. Boop. Easy peasy. Yeah. That'll go down. That's all. It'll continue down. That's all you need to know. Why don't you switch to institutional trading? Like, why don't I trade for a firm? Don't need to. What do you mean? Like, why don't I join like a prop firm? Oh, first of all, there's no prop firms in Vancouver. Second of all, I have my own money to trade with. How long I've been trading? It really depends on like what you define as trading. I got into crypto in 2014. I started trading crypto in 2017. And then I got into Forex in 2019. The opposite trader. Dude, opposite trader, you literally must have never seen anything from me before. You seem like that guy would piss people off because if you're honest. I'm the same guy. You literally, exactly, yeah. My ex-girlfriend there, Ash, she's like, you can't say that shit. Like, when I would just be so blunt, she's like, you can't say that to somebody. I'm like, who fucking cares? Yeah, I'm a huge dick usually, yeah, totally. But you are what you eat, so. God. 2 seconds. Okay, Trev beats Apollo. I don't know what Apollo, what you're talking about here. Apollo, like, you can't send links in here. So I don't, what are you talking about, Apollo? No, it's gold, Apollo. Institutional concepts. Yeah, I mean, I do trade institutional concepts basically. Well, it's like, yeah. So the concept I use is it's quite simple here, guys. I use logic to determine. I'm going to say this in a very general state. I use logic to determine what the institutions are going to do, right? So let's say that, you know, institutions are like, okay, there's obviously stops here, right? So the institutions are going to buy into it, right? And when I see that this is actually what's happening, then I'm going to try to get in on like the last little move, right? So let's say for an example, right? This is an example of something that I've done that you guys can kind of use, right? So if you see the liquidity here, right? Where you see that there's obvious levels, what they're going to do is they're going to buy into it to create those stops. Then they sell, right? And these buys are still underwater. They're underwater, but these sells, they start taking profit, right? So then it comes back up once they take their profit because they're taking profit, right? And then they close it at break even. So if I see something like this, then what I know I can do is once they close these buys at break even, what that does is then create more selling. So you can't just say, okay, I'm just gonna assume that every time I see a liquidity that it's gonna break down, right? Because sometimes it just breaks up, right? We don't know. But when we see something start to form like this, then we can get in on these last little moves, right? Or this move or something, right? But generally you want to follow the trend, right? So what we do is we wait for the pattern to start to form. And then we're like, okay, how can we take advantage of the last little bit? Because we need to say, okay, this is the idea. This is the confirmation, right? And then this is our entry. And that's our profit. Make sense? Jesus, that's some gold, okay? That's some gold. This is what I consider institutional concepts, right? Because I can't be an institution. I can't trade the way they do. I can't be like, okay, I'm putting a wall here because I don't have $1 billion, right? But what I can do is I can look for what they're doing and then take advantage of the last little bit after I see confirmation. So there's a ton of different things you can do like this. This is just an example. This is just an example of something, right? If you like me, hit the like button. If you're new here, hit the subscribe because that's fucking gold, guys. Jesus. Just sent the link, Hunter. Yeah, you can't send links in the chat here. When I mean institutional trading, I mean smart money concepts, Wyckoff. Well, see, Wyckoff, you know, I have a beef with Wyckoff. I've explained this multiple times to Big Brain Shit. Yeah, dude. I've explained why I got beef with Wyckoff already. Because it's just Wyckoff is just a very complicated version of a fucking sweep reclaim, right? Wyckoff, I don't know, fucking Wyckoff. Look at this shit. Look, liquidity created, right? It hunts it and then rallies. This is just super fucking complicated. Look, liquidity created, right? Liquidity created. It shows weakness in the market, start pulling the other way. A lot of people start getting long. They put their stops here, they get hunted, and then it goes. So simple, right? Wyckoff just made it overly complicated for so that fucking new people are like, wow, this is complex. This is going to take a lot of my time. Look at this. Liquidity created, all right? Right here. Shows weakness in the market, starts changing directions. People put their stops above. Hunt down. There's the retest, right? See the hunt? There's your entry, right? Hunter isn't a Wyckoff fan of Wyckoff. I mean, I trade this. I just break it down like a fucking retard, right? I break it down so that every retard brain can understand it. You know what I mean? Because I am the most woke teacher in the world. Boop. Look at that. What did I say? What did I say? Oh my gosh. Guys. Unreal. 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 Here's the liquidity. I mean, this is why we need to wait for the confirmation, because it might not be the hunt, right? So here's the liquidity, here's the hunt, there's the rally. Literally fucking Wyckoff, but like simple. Simple so that fucking your dumb asses can understand. Beef with Wyckoff. Yeah, Wyckoff just made it overly complicated, dude. It's so simple. Hit the like button. You've used supply and demand before. That's one concept I've seen you use. You're also aware of liquidity, but fully switched to SMC. I don't know what SMC is, dude. Supply and demand is like also kind of scrub trading. Yeah, you keep mentioning Anton. Yeah, I've heard of him. He's just a guy, dude. Did you study ICT? No. I'm gonna do so. I know I've seen some of his stuff, but I don't remember. I don't remember what it is. It's very similar. It's very similar to what I do. I love the way you break it down. I feel like people try to overcomplicate institutional trading. It was really quite simple. Yeah, dude. It's also simple. It's also simple. It's just putting it into practice. That's all. Like if you break it down simple, it's going to be a lot easier to actually put into practice. So this is how I was able to determine the logic of the market. This is literally like what I wrote my course and stuff mainly revolving around, right? I created logic systems. I explained why things worked, and then I wrote a couple strategies based off of those logic systems. And guess what? They work. They work okay, right? They're not life-changing, right? But they're okay strategies. They make money, right? And then you develop further and further strategies over time that are better. Simple as that. All right, look at this. Boom. What do you think of Raja Banks? Is that Raja's Wicks don't lie, right? I think he's good. Where did I learn from? I taught myself. I mean, I've had like mentors. I've had tons of mentors, and I've just combined different logics, and it, yeah, I've had some paid, some unpaid mentorships, right? And I've combined all different logics. I figured out things, why things work for myself. Just use my own fucking brain. That's all. That's all, boys. So, Hunter, it's been a while, but how's the 5%ers? They like kicked me off right away, I'm pretty sure. They kicked me off, like I didn't use any stops, so they just fucked me, I think. I might do a FTMO later again. I don't know. Maybe. Have you seen the Forex market conditions change at all? Your time of trading? It's hard to say, man. I haven't been trading super long. To be honest, I've only been trading Forex for a couple years. So that's not nearly enough time to see any difference. And considering like what I know now versus like just like 6 months ago, right? Your mind is completely looking for different things, right? So like every year, I've only been trading for a couple years, and when I first started, I was shit, right? So I wouldn't have known. So I haven't been trading long enough to see anything. You should ask somebody that's been doing this for 10 years, and I'll tell you this. There's not really many people that have been doing it for 10 years that are, your quote unquote gurus on YouTube. I don't think anybody's been doing it for that long. Once maybe ICT has, right? ICT has, and some of these institutional guys that are like 40, right? But what are you gonna do? Ask those guys? Like they don't do like these live streams. They're not like they're not as like marketing heavy shit like that. Like obviously, like I talk to you guys, right? These older guys, they don't do it, right? They don't do it the same. That's what I was trying to combine. I was trying to combine like the humanality of it and the entertainment into their old school styles. You can now get funded 400k in FTMO. Yeah. With FTMO, like having a 50% win rate, it's very difficult to pass, right? Because it's very easy to just go over the margin calls and stuff like this, and it's very risky. So, but now that my win rate's going up, I might do it. I'm just trying to lock this trading in, this one method, and then I might do it again because this method's been doing well for me. I just want to double check, and then I might do it using just that method. Because back when I did it last time, I had like 50% win rate. So it was very easy for me to just like I think I went up like to like 6% profit, and then I went down and lost. I think yeah, I went down and back to I forget what. I didn't make it. I went down and then I went back up. I don't remember what happened. I didn't pass is the important thing. I respect what you're doing, bro. Help me a lot. Hey, cheers, dude. How did you do that double chart? I pay for my charts, dude. Up here. Oh, SMC, Smart Money Concepts. Yeah, I mean, when people use these buzzwords, dude, like, who the fuck knows what that means? Smart money, institutional, just a bunch of buzzwords. What's the difference between Reaper and the Grim Reaper? Paul Z. Where have I mentioned those before? Where did I mention those? First of all, where did I mention those? Yeah. John Paul. Hunter really making us money on live stream while teaching us to make us better every day. Oh, only on my Instagram story. Okay, good. Good. I was like, where the fuck did you... I don't even remember talking to people about that, the naming. Right, so Reaper had a slightly different entry requirement, and I tweaked it so that I could... The Grim Reaper gives me a ton more trades. And it's actually... so a lot of times the Reaper had to wait for retracement, and a lot of times shit like this would happen, right? Right, it would just rocket, and you wouldn't get entries. You wouldn't get your entry with the Reaper. So I made it grim, and I figured out how to make it faster. I mean, these are methods that are mine, right? I don't want to give them away. But it's all the same logic. Like literally, you could just use logic for every single setup, right? Like this isn't a method at all, right? This is just some logic I used deducing these lows, right? Hit that level, and then it's not like I don't have a name for this one. This is just a freaking. Am I in this trade right now? No, I didn't take this trade. But it's quite funny. This is literally. Sharing is caring. This is literally exactly like you could have just fucking placed this trade. Be bullish in chips. Yeah, what the fuck? When was I talking about that? Oh, it was like last stream. That wasn't the tits and pips, was it? Okay, good. Because that's fucking weird. That was a weird thing to be talking about. Bullish in chips. That's funny. When do you move your stop loss to break even? Not till it's late. So usually what I do is if I'm unsure about the trade, I'll take half off at 1R and then I'll leave the stop. So that way it's a break-even trade, right? If I'm unsure, right? And then I'll move the stop at 2R, right? Because then what you're doing is if you're not moving your stop, you're literally gaining 1R but risking 3, right? Does that make sense? So then you want to move your stop forward. So it's too risky once you get to 2R-ish, right? Once you're passing 1.5R, that's right around when you should be moving your stop. Because you only can profit 1R left, but you can lose 3R, right? 2 plus 1, right? So that's if I'm unsure. If I'm sure about the trade, I'll just let it run, and then I'll move my stop around 2R again. I won't take profit along the way. That's just usually what I do. Say hi to the cast for me. Hey, JK. Right, guys, you freaking we got some good education today, and you guys barely hit the like there, eh? Shoot up the like button there, guys. This was a good stream. Like this is a good one for like new people to kind of join in. What do I mean by R? It's risk reward, dude. Yeah, so I didn't take this trade. This is the thing, man, guys. Like, look, we're hunting these highs. I'm just wondering. It might be wise. I'm just setting up a short possibility here. If we want to take this, if it keeps dumping down, we might take a short possibility. Down to these lows, right? 2R. Yeah, I'm not super confident, honestly. Two thumbs up. Hey, thanks, guys. I'm just watching this right now. Oh, that's a freaking. That was our thing that we were doing there on Tits and Pips. That $1,000 account. I was wondering what that was doing over there. Yeah, shit. Give me 1 sec. I'm doing something on the other screen here, boys. Yeah, that was that fucking test account, wasn't it? Navigator. Get that shit set up just in case. I think somebody's just come over. You heard the phone there. So why on God's earth does MG4 still exist? I like it. It's fine, dude. I think there's so much built around it. It'd be very difficult to upgrade it, right? We might take. I don't want to short this as the thing because of the gap. It's too much risk for me, guys. It's literally okay. So like you see the two options here, right? But it's too much risk right now because we want to still target this, right, in the long situation. But there still could be another setup, honestly. Literally, we could hunt our stops here. I mean, meaning our stops, meaning like, you know, if we were to take this trade, because a lot of people would have taken this trade, right? So if we hunt these stops, we might get a good long setup, actually. But this still looks like it's rocking, isn't it? We've just tested this area, all right? So there's no point to be bearish yet, but this is just the previous area that we had rocketed off. So we're retesting that and then continue up. So there's no reason to get bearish unless we pass down here and then look for a retest maybe. It's like trading a Windows 5, not Windows 95, you mean? I mean, this is still bullish. It's still bullish until we get back down here. And then even then I'm not sold. Oh, Jake, $10. Appreciate it, dude. Shit. That's a big tip, man. Appreciate it. I'll buy some Chipotle with that. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to be wrapping up here now. We've been going for like an hour and a half almost. In terms of what you guys can do going forward here. Actually, I want to quickly check a crypto before we wrap up. Where did it close for the week? Yeah, we closed very bullishly, eh? So my statement still stands. I'm thinking the month. Look at I don't know if you guys can see the date here. You guys can't. Look, if you see the month here, right? We have a week and a half. All right, we have a week and a half. So most likely we can come up for another week here, do exactly what I'm saying, and then we can close the monthly back bearishly, right? Before the month actually closes. Better get that guac. Of course, always, dude. Yeah. So I think this is actually gonna be quite bullish, right? For this week. I think we have a week, and then going into April we're gonna be bearish. When's the next stream? 24 hours, dude. I think I'll be snowboarding tomorrow. So if I'm home, I'll stream. But I don't know if I'll be home in time. I'll be streaming snowboarding tomorrow morning. I might do a London Open stream instead. So let's just look at this. So what we can do here, I think it's gonna bust down. I might take like a super short, like a low risk short, if we do break down a little bit more. It's still showing like signs of bullishness here though, right? I just want to try to make sure that we confirm that we're actually breaking down. Because it's I'm not confident yet. Just because we swept it. I mean, literally the range-based trade here would be this, right? Range-based trade would have been this. Oops. Range-based trade targeting right here. So we could just see something like this and then hunt our stops. And then continue to the bullish side. So this would be my, if we do get into a short, this would be my biggest worry, that it just dumps right that. Goes like that, right? And then continues up. Because we still have to target those highs. So if we do start breaking down a little bit more, get down in this area, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the retest. And then I'll look to enter like right around this area probably. Stops here. And then I'll take profit on these lows. I'll take profit on those lows and then let it run. Yeah, something like that. Let's delete this one. I think that's what I'll do. See at London Open. Yeah, it'll be either Asia or London Open tomorrow, I believe. And this will be what I do. Yeah, for sure. See how it reacts off of this level, because this, if this sweeps here, then it's gonna go up to that high. But I think I might take this short with low risk. If we break down back down here, right? But if we just bounce off of this, we'll rally. I'm just waiting to see if it breaks down. It's either gonna break. Oops, it's either gonna break there or not. I mean, you guys can figure it out on yourself. That's all for me. If you guys like the content, make sure you hit the subscribe. If you've already been subscribed, hit the like button. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you guys tomorrow.